everyone, and welcome back to another video. My name is Matt, and today we will be playing Tower Simulator 3. In today's episode, we're going to be checking out the newest airport for the game that's been released, which is JFK Airport in New York in the USA. If you've not seen any of the previous episodes, feel free to check them out on the channel, and a link to the last episode will be down in the description below as well. If you do like the content, feel free to like and subscribe, as that supports the channel out and helps me bring you more content like this in the future. If you do have any questions, comments or feedback around this video or any of my other videos, feel free to drop them in the comments and I will get back to you when I can. So into today's episode, so we're going to be playing JFK Airport, which has recently been released. I've not properly played this airport, but I've had a quick go just to kind of load it up and set the cameras, etc., and kind of just make sure the taxiways are all working. The performance isn't amazing, so if you do see a few stutters, then apologies about that. That's just the way that the game is working at the minute. I think it might be an issue with the airport. But yeah, what we're going to be doing is we're going to run the 2 p.m. hour. I'll show you the schedule in a moment. In terms of why I've chosen the 2 p.m. hour, I mean, mainly just because it's got a reasonable amount of traffic and I wanted it to be clear so we could see everything, just so we can kind of explore the airport, have a look what airlines there are and what the terminals look like, etc. We're going to be using the Nearest Design database on airplane set, as we'll always do for the first time of visiting an airport. And then, yeah, traffic density 100% the standard. We're going to use the 3 ones for our runways today, which again they kind of mix it up at JFK. I'm just going to use the 3 ones today, but obviously we'll have a look at some of the other ones in future. But we'll use 3-1 right for landings and then 3-1 left for our departures. So we'll get it going. We'll have a quick look at the schedule then. So you'll see here it's kind of pretty standard across most of the hours. The afternoon and evenings are slightly busier than the morning. I've chose the 2 p.m. hour, which is one of the busier hours. Gives us around 60, well, nearly 70 movements, I think. With a couple of GA aircraft, we might get a couple of cargo in there as well. Departures and arrivals are quite split in that hour as well, whereas some of the other hours is more arrivals than departures, and more departures and arrivals earlier in the morning. So I thought, kind of bang in the middle of the kind of busier hours of the schedule, and it'll give us a chance to see everything. But yeah, obviously, if you want to, we'll probably play some of the other hours at a later date, and obviously use a different runway config. Again, custom schedules and stuff like that. We'll have a look at in terms of that in the future. It is a little bit slower at loading up, but it should be a second. One thing to just quickly call out is in terms of taxiways. So we have Alpha and Bravo, which are the main taxiways. I think Alpha is clockwise and Bravo is counterclockwise, but I'll show you that in a minute when that loads up as well. As I said, it's not too good in terms of performance at the minute. I'm guessing they'll probably push out an update at some point in the near future. Again, it's only been out for a couple of days. It's kind of my first time properly looking at it. But I'll kind of show you the cameras I've got set up. Obviously the runway configs that we're using, and then yeah, everything in terms of it's being a little bit slow, which is what I did when I did load this up earlier on, just to set everything up. But once it does load everything in, I think it just takes a moment just to load everything in. So once you've got everything loaded in, it's not too bad. What I'll do is I'll just pause the game, just so obviously nothing too much loads, and then I can show you around. So in terms of kind of taxi chart, this is the taxi chart we're going to be using. Terminals are kind of all the way around here. So we've got a couple that weigh in. I'll go into the external camera and show you the terminals in a minute. What we'll do in terms of taxiing then, so as I said, I think trying to remember which way around it is now. It is Bravo is counterclockwise and Alpha is clockwise. So we'll be using kind of Alpha from right to left here, and then Bravo from left to right, and Bravo north to south, and then Alpha south to north, basically. Even though kind of, yeah, so the taxi chart is set up to true north, so north is literally at 0 degrees going down, and then south is directly below us. So when we're pushing back, in terms of this Etihad here and the Delta, they will both be pushing back facing south, because that's kind of the south direction. And then we'll be bringing our traffic up, mainly up like Zulu for 3-1 left, full length. Smaller aircraft can probably take Yankee or Juliet Bravo. We'll be crossing our aircraft at Juliet and Hotel, and then probably Golf as well. So all of our traffic will be coming out of there. All the traffic down here will all take Bravo, come up Juliet. Most of this traffic will come up Hotel, and then either go across the Yankee, come up Zulu, and then all of this traffic over here can come straight up and cross to go up Zulu. And then we can bring them down Juliet, give them any intersections if we do need anything. In terms of arrivals, they'll come on 3-1 right. Probably vacate around either Whiskey or Victor, and then obviously for arrivals, we'll probably bring most of them around Bravo, and then anything in here will come up via Alpha and then into the gates. So that's it in terms of kind of setup. We'll see how we get on with it. I quite like the layout of this airport. It should be a fun one. The cargo terminal's over here, and then there's a lot of kind of like GA over there. We'll get a couple of GA aircraft, but I mean GA aircraft taking off 3-1 left. I'll probably even be able to take like Mike or Lima, to be honest. We can bring them all the way up Papa and Bravo. So we'll see how we get on in terms of kind of custom cameras. I've got F6, which is the main tower view, so you see the performance is a little bit stuttery at times, but it gives us a view of all of our terminals. So you've kind of got, if I go from left to right, I think this is mainly like Frontier and a few of the, not sure if they use that for an international terminal anymore, or if they have done, but I think mostly like the JetBlues and stuff like over here. I think the Deltas on a few of the like internationals, so you can see like Kenyan and Etihad in here, they're going to this terminal. A load more Deltas that come out of here and all the smaller jets, and then there's I think that is an international terminal over there, and then you've got like the Americans and BAs that go over there. So we'll be using F6 to kind of monitor all of this area that I've just shown you to our right here. Then we've got F7 set up above this terminal, so it gives us a view of all of these. So you can see that there's a Cathay Pacific in there, a lot of Americans, and you can see like there's a couple of remotes, and then it gives us a view of this terminal. And then we've got F8, which gives us a view of the cargo apron. So there's a little cargo apron here with, I'd say little, there's probably a lot of stands, but I don't know how it works fully in terms of taxiways. And then got F9 set up, which will be used. So if we're using 4 left, we'd be using this here to look at 4 left. We're using 3-1 left, so obviously it gives us a view of all of our 3-1 left traffic here, who's holding where, and etc. And then F10 is set up to obviously look at 3-1 right, and if we were using 2-2 left for arrivals and 2-2 right for departures, then we could obviously keep an eye on all that. Plus it just gives us a wider view of the airport, which does look quite good from this angle. And then that's it in terms of custom cameras. Again, I'll probably use the taxi charts a little bit to start with, just so I can remember where everything is, get used to what's happening, and then yeah, we'll see how we get on. I won't make it too long of a video, but that's my introduction in terms of how everything's set up. I'll get the arriving chart, the arrivals shown up in the top left in a second. It's a little bit slow, unfortunately. As you saw when I loaded the game up originally, it did just freeze, and it should be coming up any moment now.
Kennedy ground, Brickyard 5639er with information Juliet, requesting push and start.
There we go. So you can see that in the top left now. That did take a few seconds to load. But yeah, we'll get our traffic moving, and then we'll see how we get on. So we've got a couple here, and then a nice Etihad 380 to start the session, which is always nice. And then yeah, we'll see how we get on. Etihad 2 Super, pushback approved facing south.
Pushback approved facing south. Etihad 2 Super.
So that's going to be, so basically the way we go is like north, east, south, and so like for Brickyard, for example, pushing facing west. Brickyard 5639, pushback approved facing west.
facing west, Brickyard 5639er.
Do we have a Delta somewhere? Yeah. Delta 1036, push back approved facing south.
Push back approved facing south, Delta 1036.
Now we've got a nice Delta on approach, so should be a fun one. See in terms of how much traffic we get once we start getting our arrivals and using that taxiway Alpha and Bravo, then we'll try and get into it. But it's more just an introductory video, this one. Kind of, I think we're just using the main 3-1s for runway config and just getting used to the taxiways and see how we get on. So in terms of taxi, obviously we'll taxi him in a minute. So in terms of the Etihad, because he's going to need full length, we'll bring the Etihad all the way up to hotel, and then Zoo. So we'll go 3-1 left via Hotel Zulu, cross runway 4 left, and then hopefully it'll just cross 4 left. And then the Brickyard will bring him up Hotel.
Ground, Brickyard 4734 with information. Juliet, requesting push and start.
And there's a Brickyard over there, which is
super ready to taxi. Kennedy Ground, Brickyard 5639 ready to taxi.
Brickyard 4734, push back approved facing west. I remember because that's north.
Back approved facing west. Brickyard 4734.
So the Etihad looks like he's ready, so we'll start getting the Etihad moving. Etihad 2 Super, runway 31 left via Hotel Zulu, cross runway 4 left.
Runway 31 left, via Hotel.
He's going to go all the way up to Hotel, and then Zulu, and he'll cross and then hold it there. If we go to our F9 view, which again, a little bit stuttery, but it gives us a view. So yeah, just come straight up here, take a left, and then go there. Probably should have reviewed the 380 taxiway chart, but I'm guessing they can probably take most of them at this airport. Taxiways are quite big, so yeah, won't worry too much about that. The American one push, I think. American 595, push back approved facing west. This is why I just have these cameras set up as well, just so obviously sometimes the taxi chart shows it, but sometimes it's easier just seeing everything and obviously seeing if people have got clearance, like they've got enough room, like that. So the next one is going to be, we'll get the Brickyard going. Brickyard 5639, runway 31 left at Yankee via Hotel Yankee, cross runway 4 left.
Runway 31 left at Yankee via Hotel Yankee, cross runway 4 left, Brickyard 5639.
Delta 1036, runway 31 left at Yankee via Hotel Yankee, cross runway 4 left.
Runway 31 left at Yankee.
And we're just bringing up the same way as well. Keep everyone moving up Hotel. It's very well modelled, this airport. The JetBlue there, so push him facing south. JetBlue 1401, push back approved facing south.
Push back approved facing south. To 1401. Kennedy Tower, JetBlue 2317 on final 31 right.
Etihad's are all good. Delta will keep moving here. And then I think these are nearly ready to taxi. So I just need to figure out in terms of where they're going to go. So Alpha's around that way, so they're going to be coming down Bravo, Juliet, and then
Kennedy Ground, American 595 ready to taxi.
American 595, runway 31 left at Yankee via Bravo, Juliet, cross runway 4 left.
Runway 31 left at Yankee via Bravo, Juliet, cross runway 4 left, American 595.
Brickyard 4734, runway 31 left at Yankee via Tango Alpha, Bravo, Juliet, cross runway 4 left. Oh, we didn't mean.
Runway 31 left at Yankee via Tango Alpha.
Brickyard 4734, runway 31 left at Yankee via November Charlie, Bravo, Juliet, cross runway 4 left. Turn around, so it's fine. Leave him running around there. Delta 683, runway 31 right, clear to land. Delta 638, runway 31 right, clear to land.
Runway 31 right, clear to land. Delta 638.
Kennedy ground. JetBlue 140
Etihad
ready
2
for taxi.
Super, runway 31 left, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 31 left, cleared for takeoff. Etihad
To be
2
honest, these
Super.
smaller aircraft could probably even take, like, here. I don't know if they ever do that in real life.
Kennedy Tower. Delta 1528 on final 31 right.
I don't think they will do it, just because of the kind of, the way that it all works. You don't see our Delta landing there? Lovely bird's eye view landings on the camera. And it's going. Brickyard 5639, runway 31 left, line of point. JetBlue should be.
Runway 31 left, line up and where? Brickyard 5639.
JetBlue 1401, runway 31 left via Foxtrot Zulu, cross runway 4 left.
Runway 31 left via Foxtrot. Zulu. Cross runway 4 left.
So
JetBlue
go up Foxtrot
1401.
all the way up Zulu and then take him up 4 lengths because of where he is. Endeavour 5201, pushback approved facing south.
Pushback approved facing
Delta's
south.
vacating now.
Endeavour 5201.
Delta needs all the way down. Delta 638, taxi to terminal via Bravo.
Taxi to terminal via Bravo. Delta 638.
Yeah, should be fine. JetBlue 2317, runway 31 right, clear to land.
Runway 31 right, clear to land. JetBlue 2317.
There goes our Etihad. God, absolutely bombing it down here.
Kennedy ground. Endeavour 5201 with information Juliet requesting push and start.
So the Delta's going to come all the way up here. Probably going to need to hold it somewhere. Delta 638, hold short of Taxiway Foxtrot.
Hold short of Taxiway Foxtrot. Delta 638.
Inner outer.
Kennedy Tower. Endeavour for 823 on final 31 right.
Etihad 2 Super, contact departure.
New York departure on 135.9. Etihad 2 Super. Good day.
Really laggy with them cameras. JetBlue is going to come all the way up here. Brickyard 5639, runway 31 left, cleared for takeoff. Is that for...
Runway 31 left, cleared for
That doesn't make
takeoff.
sense, is it? Too
Brickyard
I did
5639.
it 1 second too early. Delta 1036, runway 31 left, line up and wait.
Runway 31 left. Line up and wait. Delta 1036.
That's a
Kennedy ground.
JetBlue landing.
Endeavour 5201 ready to taxi.
Endeavour 5201, runway 31 left. At Yankee, via Hotel Yankee, cross runway 31 left. Endeavour 5201, runway 31 left at Yankee via Golf Yankee, cross runway 31 left. Endeavour 5201, runway 31 left at Zulu via Golf Zulu, cross runway 4 left. Get there in the end.
Runway 31 left at
So you're
Yankee.
going to come
via
all the way
Hotel
up there.
Yankee. Cross runway
Okay.
31 left. Endeavour 5201. Runway 31 left at Yankee. Via Golf Yankee. Cross runway 31 left. Endeavour 5201.
JetBlue 2317, taxi to terminal via Alpha.
Runway 31 left at Zulu. Via Golf Zulu. Cross runway 4 left. Endeavour 5201.
Have a quick look at this.
Taxi to terminal via Alpha. JetBlue
Yeah,
2317.
that's fine. So detect that. Go all the way up. Going to gate. Very interesting.
Kennedy ground. Cafe 831 heavy with information Juliet requesting push and start.
Nice. You like that, JetBlue delivery?
Kennedy ground. JetBlue
Delta
245 with
1528,
information
runway
Juliet
31
requesting
right,
push
clear
and
to land.
start.
Thank you. Clearance
Negative.
on.
In the air.
Delta 1528, runway 31 right, cleared to land.
Runway 31 right, cleared to land.
JetBlue
Delta
2485,
1528.
pushback approved facing south.
Pushback approved facing south. JetBlue 2485.
Delta 1036, runway 31 left, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 31 left, cleared for takeoff. Delta 1036.
Brickyard 5639, contact departure. American 595, runway 31 left, line up and wait.
New York departure on 135.9.
Cathay
Brickyard 5639.
831 heavy, pushback
Good day.
approved, facing west. Nearly forgot again.
Runway 31 left, line up and wait. American 595. Pushback approved facing west. Cathay 831 heavy.
Kennedy
Delta
Tower,
638,
Brickyard
continue
4712
taxi.
on final 31 right. Continue taxi. Delta 638.
Deltas are going to come right under. So next one is a landing. We'll probably bring him up Bravo as well. One thing I didn't show you actually is over here. So there is like GA aprons all the way at the back, I think. Like board of aprons. See, this pretty much. I think they just use them for like maintenance or remote stands. That might be another cargo too. Not sure there's much cargo at this time of day. These are our GA aircraft, which you'll probably see. And then you've got a helicopter pad there as well. So these are all like way out of the way. So you've got all your main terminal. I think.
Kennedy ground. JetBlue 118 with information Juliet. Requesting push and start.
Kennedy ground.
Yeah.
JetBlue 2485 ready to taxi.
Delta 1528 taxi to terminal via Bravo. Don't know which one.
Taxi to terminal via
Endeavour
Bravo.
4823,
Delta
runway 31 right,
1528.
clear to land.
Runway 31 right, clear to land. Endeavour for 823.
Kennedy Tower, Delta 2042 on final
American
31 right.
595, runway 31 left, cleared for takeoff. Delta 1036, contact departure.
Runway 31 left, cleared for
Brickyard
takeoff.
4734,
American
runway 31
595.
left, line up and wait. JetBlue 1401, runway 31 left, line up and wait. JetBlue 2485, runway 31 left, via Golf, Zulu, cross runway 4 left.
New York departure on 135.9 at Delta 1036. Good
Not
day.
that way.
Runway 31 left, line up and wait. Brickyard 4734. Runway 31 left, line up and wait.
Cathay 831 heavy, runway 31 left at Juliet Alpha via Bravo Juliet, runway 4 left.
Runway 31 left, via Golf. Zulu, cross runway 4 left. JetBlue 2485. Runway 31 left, at Juliet Alpha, via Bravo, Juliet. Cross runway 4 left. Cathay 831 heavy. Kennedy ground. Cathay 831 heavy ready to taxi.
JetBlue 663, pushback approved facing west. JetBlue 118, pushback approved facing south. American 595, contact departure.
Pushback approved facing west. JetBlue 663.
Pushback approved facing south. JetBlue 118.
New York departure on 135.9.
Endeavour
American
4823,
595.
taxi to terminal via Alpha.
Taxi to terminal via Alpha. Endeavour for 823.
Endeavour 5297, pushback approved facing south. Brickyard 4734, runway 31 left, cleared for takeoff. Brickyard 4712, runway 31 right, cleared to land.
Pushback approved facing south. Endeavour 5297. Runway 31 left, cleared for takeoff. Brickyard
So
4734.
this delta's going to come up all
Runway
the
31 right, clear to
way
land.
down here.
Brickyard 4712.
Kennedy Tower. Brickyard 4721 on final 31 right.
Got the Cathay moving.
Kennedy ground. JetBlue
Endeavour.
663 with information Juliet. Requesting push and start.
So we'll hold the Endeavour. Endeavour 4823, hold short of Taxiway Foxtrot.
Hold short of Taxiway Foxtrot. Endeavour for 823. Kennedy ground. Endeavor 5297 with information. Juliet. Requested push and start. Kennedy ground. JetBlue 663 ready to taxi.
I'm gonna have to wait because gonna wait for Jet first anyway. Brickyard 4734, contact departure. JetBlue 1401, runway 31 left, cleared for takeoff. Quite like this JetBlue.
New York departure on 135.9, Brickyard 4734. Good day.
Runway 31 left, clear for takeoff. JetBlue 1401.
Next arrival is another Brickyard. So going
Kennedy ground. JetBlue and 18 ready to taxi.
Brickyard 4712, taxi to terminal via Tango Alpha.
Taxi to terminal via Tango Alpha. Brickyard 4712.
Kennedy ground. Endeavor 5297 ready to taxi.
Delta 2042, runway 31 right, clear to land. Endeavour 5201, runway 31 left, line up and wait. Endeavour, I'll take.
Runway 31 right, cleared to land. Delta 2042.
That was good.
Runway 31 left. Line up and wait.
JetBlue 118,
Endeavour
runway 31
5201.
left, via Golf Zulu, cross runway 4 left. JetBlue 663, runway 31 left, via Golf Zulu, cross runway 4 left.
Runway 31 left, via Golf. Zulu, cross runway 4 left. JetBlue and 18.
Runway 31 left, via Golf. Zulu, cross runway 4 left.
JetBlue 1401, contact departure. Endeavour 5201, runway 31 left, cleared for takeoff. JetBlue 2485, runway 31 left, line up and wait.
New York departure on 135.9. JetBlue 1401. Good day.
Endeavour's coming all the way down
Runway
there.
31 left. Cleared for takeoff. Endeavour
Endeavour
5201.
4823, taxi to terminal via Foxtrot. Down this way.
Runway 31 left, line up and wait. JetBlue 2485.
There's our next landing.
Taxi to terminal via Foxtrot. Endeavor for 823. Kennedy Tower, JetBlue 1060 on final 31 right.
Endeavour 5297, runway 31 left at Yankee via Juliet, cross runway 4 left.
Runway 31 left at Yankee, via Juliet, cross runway 4 left. Endeavor 5297.
Arrival. See where Delta's going. Delta 2042, taxi to terminal via Alpha, hold short of Taxiway Golf.
Taxi to terminal via Alpha. Hold short of Taxiway Golf. Delta 2042.
Brickyard 4721, runway 31 right, cleared to land.
Runway 31 right, cleared to land. Brickyard 4721.
Delta's coming in here. Got the Brickyard who's just gone into there. Delta's going to come all the way down and hold short of Golf, and then whatever it is. And next departure can go. JetBlue 485, runway 31 left, clear to takeoff. Endeavour 5201, contact departure. Cathay 831 heavy, runway 31 left, line up and wait. So that's where these intersections come in handy, because obviously
JetBlue 2485.
these are coming full length, and we brought the estimate. If this started getting really busy, we'd hold like Yankee, Juliet Bravo, Juliet Alpha, and then Zulu.
Kennedy Tower, northeastern 442 on final 31 right.
Very interesting. But yeah, the Endeavour's going to cross from Yankee because there's only a small line. Cathay should be lining up. Nice, one world delivery. There's the next departure. Need Delta 204. Touching down now. So all moving nice and smoothly, to be honest. So we get like movements in the air. So it's not extremely busy for what you could probably run. Like, if you think of like a Heathrow, you can think on one of the custom schedulers we run like 100 movements. Obviously Heathrow's a similar config and probably a similar something that you could compare this to. So again, we could probably, I'm just gonna say probably, run this at like 100 movements. This you kind of not doubling it, it's like 1.5 times your movement, so you're just constantly going. Cathay 831 heavy, runway 31 left, cleared for takeoff. JetBlue 118, runway 31 left, line up and wet. JetBlue 2485, contact departure. Brickyard 4721, taxi to terminal via Tango Alpha. Brickyard 4721, taxi to terminal via Bravo.
Runway 31
JetBlue
left.
1060, runway 31 right, cleared to land.
Runway 31
Have a
left.
look.
Line up and
Cathay
wait.
going.
JetBlue in 18.
New York departure on 135.9er. JetBlue 2485. Good day.
Taxi to terminal via Tango Alpha, Brickyard 4721. Taxi to terminal via Bravo, Brickyard 4721.
Runway 31 right. Cleared to land. JetBlue 1060.
There goes the
Kennedy Tower,
Cathay.
Delta 2380, heavy on final 31 right.
Yeah, because I mean, like, look, we've got like a full terminal which has one aircraft. Like, all this American terminal is quiet. This international terminal is pretty quiet. There's like 2 aircraft in it. We pre-ordered 2 hours worth of schedule, like, so I have some from the schedule. There's not too many aircraft at the gates. But I didn't want to play something too busy, as I said. It's not going to be a too long of a video. It was more just to have a quick look at it. So we'll get kind of these aircraft gone and then just pull that at the end of the video. It's more just an introductory, this one. JetBlue 1769 and pushback approved facing west. That's a 831 heavy, contact departure. Endeavour 5, JetBlue 118, runway 31 left, cleared for takeoff. JetBlue 663, runway 31 left, line up and wet.
Pushback approved facing west. JetBlue 1769.
Delta 2042, continue taxi.
New York departure on 135.9er. Cathay 831 heavy. Good day.
Runway 31 left. Cleared for takeoff. JetBlue in 1.
Eastern 442, runway 31 right, cleared to land.
Runway 31 left. Line up and wait. JetBlue 663.
JetBlue 1060, taxi to terminal via Alpha.
Continue taxi. Delta 2042.
Runway
Delta's
31 right.
down here.
Clear to land. Northeastern 442.
There's the
Taxi to terminal
JetBlue.
via Alpha. JetBlue
And
1060.
there goes the brick. Terminal. JetBlue 663, runway 31 left, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 31 left. Cleared for takeoff. JetBlue 663.
JetBlue 118, contact departure.
New York departure on 135.9er. JetBlue in 18. Good day.
JetBlue 1769, runway 31 left via Golf Zulu, cross runway 4 left.
Runway 31 left via Golf Zulu. Cross runway 4 left.
Endeavour 5297, runway 31 left, line up and wet.
Runway 31 left. Line up and wait. Endeavour 5297.
Kennedy Tower, Delta 934 heavy on final 31 right. Kennedy
the
ground,
Roger.
JetBlue 1769 are ready to taxi.
There's our next JetBlue. Blue's coming up via Alpha into the terminal here. JetBlue is going there. Endeavour 5297, runway 31 left, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 31 left. Cleared for takeoff. Endeavour 5297.
JetBlue 663, contact departure.
New York departure on 135.9er. JetBlue
Have a
663.
look where this
Good day.
guy is going. General aviation. Northeastern 442, taxi to ramp via Bravo, Quebec.
Taxi to ramp via Bravo, Quebec. Northeastern 442.
We're down there, down here, and then I can go. Yeah. Delta 2380 heavy, runway 31 right, clear to land.
Runway 31 right, clear to land. Delta 2380 heavy.
Endeavour 5297, contact departure.
New York departure on 125.9er. Endeavor 5297. Good day.
Delta. That's it. I mean, in terms of this runway config, obviously, it's a lot easier because you kind of just move all your traffic around Bravo and Alpha, take all your departures to the left and all arrivals from the right. Whereas when we use like fours, it's a lot more difficult, but there's just a lot more going on because you're departing off 4 left. Your arrivals use 4 right, which is obviously a smaller runway. Most of your departures have to use full length, so you get a lot more in terms of a queue. And then your arrivals obviously have to cross that as well, so everything's kind of heading in the same direction.
Tower,
There's just a lot more that happens in using them, so we'll probably use the 4s next time. A lot more difficult. Might be a little bit more difficult, but it should be more fun. Give us a bit more of a challenge. Delta 2380 Heavy, taxi to terminal via Alpha. Delta 934 Heavy, runway 31 right to clear to land. JetBlue 1769 and runway 31 left, cleared for takeoff.
Taxi to terminal via Alpha. Delta 2380 Heavy. Runway 31 right, cleared to land. Delta 934 Heavy. Runway 31 left, cleared for takeoff. JetBlue 1769er.
We'll get these two moving then. Get there. Just for this video, just a little bit of fun at this airport. Delta will come up here, so this is where we make use. Obviously, Alpha's always just going to be used this direction, and all your departures out will just be using. We're using 3 1s. All your departures just use Golf, Foxtrot. Just get everyone across as soon as you can. Once across, you go your different intersections. So, and anything from down here will all use. We'll just be using Bravo and then Juliet to cross. But it's not quite easy to keep the floor traffic moving with this runway config.
Kennedy Tower, Delta 1422 on final 31 right.
Well, the way that I move it anyway, so all your arrivals will all come in via Alpha. Obviously, if they're going the other way, if they're going to this terminal, you probably take them around Bravo. The rest of them take Alpha. You can hold them short of Foxtrot, Golf, Hotel, like you can hold them short of anything, and then they'll just hold and then you can get anyone out. All your departures from here, they'll go up Golf, they'll go up Hotel, they'll cross Juliet, they can go up Foxtrot, then Zulu. Any JetBlues will go up Foxtrot, Zulu. They can even come up, go all the way along. The Alpha go all the way along Yankee. So it's not too bad. Like you can just get everyone across. Whereas as I said, 4 left is very different. You've kind of got to get everyone across Bravo, but you've got to cross everyone at Kilo. So because you're crossing everyone at, obviously got to keep people like towards here. So you'd bring them along Alpha, then you hold them short of Kilo. These are becoming along Bravo. I think they can make the turn at Kilo. I'm not even sure. I'll have to see how it works. But that'll be the next thing. So JetBlue's gone. JetBlue 1769 contact departure. I'm going to leave this view for you to see the airport. Well, I pause it and give. So, in terms of the runway config, it's quite a fun one to use. The scheduler is reasonably busy. Like we got a manageable amount of aircraft there, which is too bad for like a 1-person session. We can obviously run a busier schedule. So if we run like the 9 PM hour, it's like 80 movements. This one gave us, I think it worked out like 64, so you're getting like 1 per minute, which for an airport of this size isn't too bad to manage. I mean, we can normally run this kind of traffic on a single runway config, so I think we ran Gatwick at 60 movements and still managed to get that to work. So let's say when we've got kind of 2 runways running, it's not too bad. But overall, again, there's a couple of performance issues as you would initially load the game, but once you pass that, the game runs fine. Terminals are laid out really well. Taxiways are all laid out really well. Airport looks really good in my opinion. So another nice addition to the game. But overall, yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions around this airport, any suggestions you want to do in terms of, or if you want to see anything in terms of this airport, so we'll probably run a custom schedule using the runway 4 left and 4 right next time, because it is a lot more challenging, and obviously if we up the traffic, it should make it quite fun. So I'll probably do that in the near future. Today's kind of video was just more of an introduction, explaining how everything's laid out, showing you my cameras, how the game loads, how the taxiways work. So you got kind of a good 30 minutes worth of viewing of that. But yeah, let me know if you've got any questions or comments around this kind of video, this airport. I'll probably try and get a multiplayer session at some point with this as well, because I feel like this is a good airport to get a multiplayer session in. So if anyone would like to join on that, then let me know. We'll definitely get something like that set up. Anything else you'd like to see in the near future for any other videos? If you've got any suggestions, just feel free to drop them down in the comments below as well, and I'll certainly take a look. If you do like the content, feel free to like and subscribe. Feel free to check out the other videos, some very interesting ones. More recently, we just checked out Denver, which was last airport released before this one. I've got a few more custom schedules coming next few videos as well, and probably some other related content coming in other videos, so feel free to keep an eye on the channel for them coming in the near future. But for now, thanks very much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one.